Have you been told that needing help means you're getting old? That using your hands to stand up from a chair is a sign of weakness? That if you can't balance on one foot for 10 seconds, you're somehow failing at aging? Well, here's what nobody's talking about. The people who age most successfully aren't the ones trying to move like they're 30. They're the ones who've mastered the art of intelligent adaptation. Today, we're going to shatter 8 dangerous myths about aging that are actually keeping you weaker, more vulnerable, and less independent than you need to be. The truth is, the fitness industry has created this fantasy of aging in reverse that's not just unrealistic, it's harmful. They show you 80-year-olds doing backflips and tell you that's the goal. But what about the millions of older adults who are thriving, independent, and fulfilled while using smart strategies to conserve energy and stay safe? Their stories don't sell gym memberships, but they hold the real secrets to aging well. What you're about to discover isn't about denying aging or pretending you're younger than you are. It's about understanding how to work with your body, not against it. It's about knowing when to push and when to adapt. Most importantly, it's about maintaining your independence through intelligence, not stubbornness. If you're ready to hear the truth about aging that actually helps rather than shames, let's begin. Comment ready if you want realistic strategies, not impossible standards. Let's start with the biggest myth of all, standing from a chair without using your hands. Everyone treats this like some kind of gold standard test. If you can do it, you're exceptional. If you can't, you're declining. But here's what research actually shows: using your hands to stand is a brilliant biomechanical strategy that reduces stress on your knees by up to 40% and prevents dangerous blood pressure spikes that can cause dizziness. Think about it this way. Your hands are tools, not crutches. When you use them to push off, you're distributing the work across more muscle groups, protecting your joints and ensuring a stable rise. The real question isn't whether you use your hands. It's whether you can stand safely and confidently when you need to. Many older adults who insist on standing without hands end up compensating with dangerous momentum swings or breath holding that spike blood pressure. Meanwhile, those who use their hands mindfully maintain better posture, breathe normally, and preserve their knees for the long haul. Which approach sounds more intelligent to you? The key is maintaining the underlying strength while using smart techniques. Practice standing with light hand support, focusing on engaging your leg muscles rather than hauling yourself up. Use your hands for balance and assistance, not as a substitute for leg strength. This balanced approach keeps you strong while protecting your body. Now, let's tackle the walking speed obsession. Yes, research shows that faster walkers tend to live longer. But here's what those studies don't tell you. The relationship isn't causal. Walking speed is a marker of overall health, not a magic cure. Forcing yourself to walk faster than feels comfortable doesn't make you healthier. It makes you more likely to fall, strain muscles, or avoid walking altogether. The smartest, older adults understand something profound. Consistency beats speed every time. A person who walks at a comfortable pace for 30 minutes daily will be far healthier than someone who rushes for 5 minutes and then needs 3 days to recover. The goal isn't to walk like you're late for a bus. It's to walk in a way that you can sustain day after day, year after year. Research from Japan, where people routinely live past 90, shows that their walking pace is moderate, but their walking frequency is high. They walk to the store to visit friends around their gardens. They're not power walking, they're life walking. This sustainable approach builds endurance without creating stress or injury risk. Instead of chasing speed, focus on walking quality. Are you breathing comfortably? Can you maintain a conversation? Are you enjoying the experience rather than enduring it? These factors matter far more than hitting some arbitrary pace that leaves you exhausted and discouraged. The balance test is another perfect example of misguided standards. Standing on one foot for 10 seconds has become this pass-fail marker of aging. But here's the reality: many healthy, active older adults can't do this, while some sedentary individuals can. Why? Because static balance on one foot is just one tiny aspect of the complex balance system you actually use in daily life. Real-world balance is dynamic. It's about recovering when you stumble, adjusting when the ground is uneven, staying steady while carrying things. The person who can't balance on one foot for 10 seconds but safely navigates stairs, uneven sidewalks, and crowded spaces has far better functional balance than someone who can stand like a flamingo but freezes when challenged. Smart balance training doesn't involve circus tricks. It involves practicing the movements you actually do. Stand on one foot while brushing your teeth, sure, but also practice walking heel to toe, stepping over objects, and turning quickly. Use walls or counters for support as needed. The goal is confident movement, not performance art. Many cultures understand this intuitively. They don't test their elders' balance. They create environments that support it. Handrails, good lighting, clear pathways. They understand that true independence comes from the marriage of personal capability and environmental wisdom. Getting down to the floor and back up is perhaps the most misunderstood ability of all. The fitness world treats this like a binary skill. You either can or can't. But experienced physical therapists know better. They teach something called developmental sequencing, which means using a series of positions to make the movement safer and easier. Instead of trying to drop straight down and pop back up like a jack-in-the-box, intelligent movers use furniture walls and transitional positions. They might kneel on one knee, first use a sturdy coffee table for support, or position themselves near a couch. This isn't cheating, it's strategy. The most successful older adults have mapped out safe routes to the floor throughout their homes. They know which furniture is stable, where to position themselves, and how to move smoothly through transitions. They practice these patterns regularly, maintaining the ability while minimizing risk. Compare this to someone who avoids the floor entirely out of pride, gradually losing the ability altogether. The truth is, using assistance to get up and down actually helps maintain the underlying strength and flexibility needed for the movement. It's like using lighter weights to maintain form. You're still working the muscles, just more safely and sustainably. The grocery bag test reveals another crucial misunderstanding. The ability to carry weight isn't just about raw strength, it's about smart distribution and pacing. Yet, we've created this mythology around carrying everything in one trip, as if making multiple trips is somehow a failure. Professional movers know better. They use carts, distribute weight evenly, and take breaks. They understand that preservation of ability matters more than displays of strength. The same principle applies to daily life. Using a wheeled cart for groceries isn't giving up. It's given yourself the ability to shop independently for decades longer. Smart weight management involves understanding leverage, using both hands to distribute load and keeping weight close to your body. It means using bags with good handles, avoiding awkward grips, and never being too proud to make two trips. The person who adapts their carrying strategy maintains their independence far longer than someone who insists on doing things the hard way until injury forces them to stop. Consider this: occupational therapists regularly see injuries from people trying to prove they can still carry heavy loads. They rarely see injuries from people who use adaptive strategies. Which approach seems wiser? Stair climbing perfectly illustrates the intelligent adaptation principle. The old model says you should bound up stairs without holding the rail or stopping. The intelligent model says stairs are a tool for maintaining strength, and how you use that tool matters more than meeting some arbitrary standard. Using the handrail isn't weakness. It's smart biomechanics. The rail provides stability, confidence, and a safety backup. It allows you to focus on the quality of each step rather than rushing to prove something. Many older adults who use the rail actually climb more stairs daily than those who avoid them out of pride. The key is purposeful climbing. Each step is an opportunity to engage your muscles mindfully. Push through your heel, engage your glutes, maintain good posture. Take a breath between flights if needed. The goal is cumulative strength building, not momentary performance. Some of the fittest older adults have turned stair climbing into meditation. They climb slowly, breathe deeply, and use the rhythm to center themselves. They're not racing anyone. They're building strength one mindful step at a time. Memory is perhaps where the adaptation principle matters most. The myth says you should remember everything clearly or you're declining. The reality is that successful cognitive aging isn't about perfect recall. It's about effective compensation strategies. The sharpest, older adults aren't necessarily those with photographic memories. They're the ones who've developed systems. They write things down immediately, use calendars religiously, and create environmental cues. They understand that external memory aids aren't signs of weakness. They're tools of intelligence. Research consistently shows that people who use memory strategies early and often maintain better cognitive function than those who rely solely on raw memory power. It's like using a calculator for complex math. It frees up mental resources for more important thinking. The key is being proactive rather than reactive. Don't wait until memory problems force you to adapt. Start using lists, reminders, and organizational systems now. Make them habits. The most successful agers have seamlessly integrated these tools into their lives, maintaining independence through intelligent support systems. Finally, let's address sleep quality. The myth says you should sleep like a baby to age well. The reality is that sleep patterns naturally change with age, and fighting these changes often creates more problems than accepting them. Many older adults who sleep beautifully have adapted to their changing patterns rather than fighting them. They might go to bed earlier, take short afternoon rests, or get up briefly during the night without anxiety. They understand that 6 hours of peaceful sleep beats 8 hours of worried tossing and turning. The key is creating conditions for good sleep rather than chasing perfect sleep. This means consistent routines, comfortable environments, and most importantly, releasing anxiety about sleep itself. Some of the healthiest older adults have learned to rest peacefully even when sleep is elusive, understanding that relaxation has its own restorative power. They use adaptations like elevated pillows for easier breathing, night lights for safe bathroom trips, and temperature control for comfort. These aren't signs of decline, they're signs of wisdom. Here's what all of this really means. The difference between thriving and merely surviving in later life isn't about meeting some impossible physical standards. It's about intelligent adaptation. It's about using tools, techniques, and strategies that preserve your energy, protect your body, and maintain your independence. The most successful agers aren't trying to be 30 again. They're being the best version of their current selves. They use handrails and feel no shame. They make multiple trips and preserve their backs. They use memory aids and maintain their mental sharpness. They adapt their sleep and feel rested. This isn't giving up. It's growing wiser. Every adaptation is a choice to preserve function rather than prove a point. Every tool used is a year of independence gained. Every strategy employed is a declaration that you value long-term capability over short-term pride. So here's your real challenge. Instead of testing whether you can do things the hard way, ask yourself, am I doing things the smart way? Am I using the tools and techniques that will keep me independent longer? Am I adapting with intelligence rather than resisting with stubbornness? Comment below with one adaptation you're ready to embrace. Maybe it's using the handrail getting a grocery cart or starting a memory notebook. Whatever it is, know that you're joining the ranks of the truly wise, those who understand that intelligent adaptation isn't about aging in reverse. It's about aging with grace, wisdom, and sustained independence. Remember, the goal isn't to be extraordinary. The goal is to be capable, confident, and independent for as long as possible. And that happens not through denial of aging, but through intelligent partnership with it. Share this with someone who needs to hear that using help isn't giving up. It's gearing up for the long, beautiful journey ahead.